Hello FX dealer, I am a hedge fund and I just executed an FX transaction on your FX execution system.
Hello, what hedge fund are you with?
Hedge Fund Capital. I use your FX execution system to execute my funding and hedging transactions. I noticed that my FX rate was very different from my Bloomberg price.
I see. Bloomberg is not representative of where the market is in FX. There is no central tape in FX, everything is over the counter, so Bloomberg is just a representation of hundreds of prices that may or may not be where actual liquidity resides.
So how do I know if my execution was a good one?
We are your trusted advisor, and always execute your trades at the very best pre-set.
But if I am executing with you directly, in an over-the-counter market with no central tape, how can I be sure I am getting the best price? I hear there are ECNs out there that allow me to access multiple sources of liquidity and put banks in competition for my business.
Do you have FX Prime Brokerage?
No.
Then you cannot access those ECNs.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Now, about this execution I just did. My price on that trade looks off.
What do you mean?
I bought 10 million euros at 121.05 and Bloomberg said the price was 120.90 at the time.
Like I said, Bloomberg is not representative of the market.
But I executed the same transaction at another prime broker at the same time and my fill was 120.91.
Oh, I see. Let me check your settings in the FX execution system.
You think my system is broken?
It looks like there was a problem with your settings. I fixed it, and your pricing should be better now.
Just like that?
Yup, just like that. It may have been a firm X that skewed your price as well.
For 15 points?
I agree, usually it is not that extreme.
Is your proprietary desk positioning against me on my executions?
Of course not.
Then why would your so-called X have been able to push the market 15 points against me?
But, you see.
I thought I had conflict-free executions with your desk? And when I trade over the phone you announce my name to your traders every time we execute anything. Why do you do that?
To get you the best price available.
Or the worst price.
But,
not to mention, every time I trade over the phone with you, your salespeople blast the information all over the street, and I hear about my execution from multiple other sales departments.
Okay, well, I think that was due to your FX execution system settings which I have fixed.
So my takeaway in this particular execution is that my FX execution system was faulty, or my pricing stunk, or your prop desk positioned against me to the tune of 15 points, or you're announcing my name to your trading floor when we execute on the phone will result in the trader tattooing me with the horrible execution. Anything else I should be aware of?
Well, I think we do a good job of delivering fair executions, but we also have very good research and strategy departments and those items come with a cost.
But I paid 14 points more on this execution than I did on the execution with your competitor. That amounts to $14,000. I don't think I used $14,000 worth of research and strategies on that execution. Sounds to me like I am overpaying for my FX. And what about this FX Prime Brokerage? I have equity Prime Brokerage with you already. Sounds like I need FX Prime Brokerage, so I can access one of these FX ECNs or alternative sources of FX liquidity.
We won't be able to offer that to you.
Why not?
You won't pay us enough in that product to make it worth it for us.
Doesn't the customer come first?
Yes, of course.
The customer is asking for FX Prime Brokerage.
Let me talk to my Prime Brokerage department and come back to you.
Thanks.
Okay, I spoke to my Prime Brokerage department, and they said no.
Why?
They said that if I gave you FX Prime Brokerage, that you would be able to trade away from our firm, and that I would no longer make as much money on your captive FX business.
What?
I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
But I pay your firm in so many other products already. I do my interest rate business, my equity business, my derivative business, and futures business with you as well. You say that one of the reasons to trade with you is your franchise. It seems to me that you are benefiting from my franchise more than I am benefiting from yours.
Well, I have tickets to the US Open. Would you like to go?
I want FX Prime Brokerage.
Can't give that to you.
But my firm has an obligation to our investors to provide best execution on all products, not just equities. FX is just as important to us as our equity or other transactions, even though it's not our core business. I don't want to overpay on any execution that I do, regardless of product. Having FX Prime Brokerage will allow me to achieve best execution and reduce my transaction costs by allowing me to access alternative sources of FX liquidity.
We can't give that to you.
You can't? Or won't?
Sorry, my other line is ringing. I have to go.
Prime brokerage is so fungible these days, and I have 2 other equity prime brokers who are willing to provide FX prime brokerage to me. So perhaps I do not need your help after all. I will use them, and you can keep your US Open tickets.
But
Now I will be able to access all of the other FX liquidity options available, and I can take a savings of $14,000 on that one trade alone, and buy a box at the US Open.